UpGrade Academy journey of life mastery is now open for registration. Welcome to this really quick, informative video. If you've been hanging out here for the past week and you feel as though you've got plenty of information and you feel ready to register and reserve your spot on this wonderful, groundbreaking, and what I know will be life-changing journey for you, then please, once we're done with the video, go to the link that I will post in the comments section and grab your spot. But if you're still feeling into it, if you're still unsure, if you'd still like some more reassurance from me, then stick around, watch this video, or book a call with me that we can conduct anytime in the next few days to really go into what your worries and concerns might be, perhaps something that we can work out together to make sure that you're really doing the exploring from a very higher perspective. Remember, when we begin to explore the idea of upgrading or improving our life in some way, that's just like a first-class invitation for our ego to step in and start meddling around. So I say this with the utmost love and respect, because it's not just you, it happens to us all when we are on the cusp of sort of stepping out and up again into the next evolutionary version of ourselves and our lives. So please don't think you're alone in this, and I am more than happy to spend some time with you chatting it through and just going into the finer details of whether it's a good fit for you, because in fact it may not be. But quite often it could be the ego worming its way in, sort of knocking us around and just causing us a ton of struggle. It's not necessary. But let me now answer some of your questions. Is this program just for women? No, it is for men and women, and in any way or shape you may identify. It is for all souls who are ready to further their conditioning, their programming, their experience, their quality of life, for those who are in essence ready to rise. So not just for women, it is for all genders, whatever stage you might find yourself on your evolutionary upgrade journey. When do we start? We will begin next week. So you have 1 week, just under a week, to register. So if you're still unsure, you do have time, and if you would still like to talk to me, we have time to set that up. If you are sure, please go ahead and register today, because while we have capacity for many of us upgrading souls to gather together through the amazing medium of technology, if you've worked with me before or if you know me well, I'm not just cram everyone into one-size-fits-all situations and hope for the best. I do like to give very personalized and very attentive, loving care to each and every one of you. So I will be feeling and observing along the way, and once we hit a certain capacity, I'll know. I don't know the number yet, but I will tune in and I'll know, and then I will have to close the registration. It could happen in the next 24 hours. It could happen within a week. We don't know. What I do know is that if you're here watching this, it tells me something, and I hope it also tells you something. Another question is, what if I can't make the training calls live at the time? That is never an issue, because anything that I transmit, teach, and put out will always be recorded, so you will have access to it at any time for you to tap into it at your own leisure as many times as you would like. So the things that will go out live will still be available to you, and you get lifetime access to that, so it's not limited in any way. Secondly, anything else that I put out that isn't live, So whereby your worksheets and your pre-recorded guided processes and anything else that I'll be putting out, you will have access to, again, in a limitless capacity for a lifetime rather. So what I will say is, though, the live classes that I will be teaching, I've decided to do it this way this time, because I think it's fair. So I'll be mixing up the time zones and the timings and the days, just to make sure that I'm not favoring any particular time zone, and so that you can also have a chance to come and join us live. I will say, being there live is powerful, it's very impactful, but being on the replay is just as powerful and impactful. So please do not stress or worry about that. Whichever way you choose to access the material, you will gain a magnitude of benefits. What was the other question? So the other question is, do I have to commit to the entire 9 months? And the answer is yes, because this is a journey for those of us who are really wholeheartedly ready to, let's say, go into it for the long haul. Now notice it's 9 months and not 12, and that is because I want you to have time at the end of the year to integrate. You will have time throughout the 9-month journey. If you've worked with me before, you'll know that I always slot in segments of time in and amongst the sort of concentrated and very in-depth and very immersive work that we're doing. There will be opportunities for you along the way to pause, rest, integrate and catch up, because I know that life will be happening around you and at the same time. However, I am only opening this up to you if you are ready to commit for 9 months. Now, that being said, I do know how stressful, how worrying, how sometimes overwhelming making such decisions can be. As I said at the beginning of the video, we can feel drawn to something in our heart space. We can feel a really sort of powerful gut feeling, but then of course the mind gets in the way. Fear-based, egotistical mind games, that's what I'll call it. So I understand that there could be a real sort of conflict going on within you, because it is not only a financial investment, it is also a time investment, and of course, not to mention the monumental and radical life-changing experiences you'll be having along the way, both on the inside of you, your mind, your emotions, your physical body, everything, but also on the outside, your relationships, your finances, your business, etc., etc. So for that reason, and I've never done this before, but I am going to offer you the opportunity to get all of your money back after the first week if you decide, oh, I made a mistake and it's not for me. So after 7 days of making your first payment, if you suddenly feel it's not for me, oh my goodness, or if you, after attending the first training, okay, you have to attend the first training, that's a prerequisite. So after the 7 days, having attended the first training, and you get a feel for it, and you think, wow, I've made a mistake, it's not for me, I don't like what Maria's teaching or what she's saying, or I haven't benefited, or it's not feeling a good fit, then you can have a full refund. This is something I've never done before, but we are in really unprecedented times, unusual, crazy times, and so I want to make this as easy a decision for you as it possibly can be. Moving on to the question of payment. So I am offering you 2 options, 2 ways that you can invest in this, in yourself, essentially. So the first option will give you the opportunity to save some money. So for those of you who are interested in saving some money, but still getting the entire product, service and journey at its fullest capacity, by paying in full before we begin, you will save something like, I don't know, £200-300. I can't remember exactly. It's at least £200-300. So that's a really good chunk of change to save. If you can, if you do have the capacity to pay before we begin in the full amount, then please take advantage of that very special offering. But on the flip side, for those of you who do not have that available right now, and absolutely fine, no worries. This is exactly why I've launched something in this way, so that it is easy to access for everybody, right? All inclusive. So you get an opportunity to pay on a monthly basis. You won't get that initial saving, but it will mean that you can join us. And if that's something that you're drawn to doing, then please take advantage of that. I will pop all of the links in the comment section below. But what I will say is, as I always say to clients who are sort of talking to me, exploring with me about committing, meditate on it, right? Meditate on it and journal about it and feel your way through it, okay? And as always, please feel very welcome to reach out to me in private messenger or through the contact form on the webpage. It's there for you. You can also add a little note to maybe your questions or your concerns. And I am here and available to support you through that decision-making process, because that is part and parcel of the upgrade journey. You know, we start to see and feel quite quickly, almost immediate results once we start to sort of dip our toe in. Believe me, it's like just taking a drop of the elixir, the upgrade elixir, which you're going to be guzzling down for the next 9 months. One more question that I need to address, and it's an important one really, because I just don't want anyone to be confused about this. This offering is based on group work and self-study work only. Yes, I will be showing up with you live on a weekly basis, and I will be providing very tailor-made, tailor-channeled activities and resources for you and our wonderful growing Upgrade Academy tribe. So it's not generic, it is tailor-made, but it does not include any one-on-one coaching or mentoring with me, or channeling or healing or activations. Everything we do will be in a group setting, and for that reason I'm able to keep the cost really low and easy to access for you. If you do want to tack on personal sessions with me, that is absolutely possible. So please, as I said before, go to the webpage, scroll down and utilize the contact form there and let me know, and we can arrange that. Or you can just as easily send me a private message over here. Whichever way you choose to contact me, I will be looking out for you in the next few days. You do have a little bit of time, but as I said, it's not open-ended. We are going to sort of shut the doors tight at some point to make sure that the energy and the integrity of the group is remaining really solid and high vibing. It's so wonderful to be able to sort of meet with you here and offer you this journey that, as I said, is brand spanking new. And if you've been hanging around us for the past week or so, you'll know that this is a very divine offering. And as I said before, it's a true honor to be able to do this. And I will sign off now. I will pop all of the links in the comments below, and I will look out for you. I hope to be speaking to you, and I definitely hope to be journeying with you through a very sacred, powerful and life-changing journey over the next 9 months. Wherever you are in the world, drop a comment. Let me know which country you're in, and let me know if you're feeling this very potent and powerful ascension energy that is flooding in towards us in these past days. Have you felt the shifts? Have you felt the invitations? Have you felt the beckoning forth of your higher self into the next version of yourself and your life? Comment below, tell me where you are in the world, and I'll look forward to chatting with you soon.